Welcome back to The Dish with Chase and Ben.
I'm Chase.
And I'm Ben, the Christmas tree.
Christmas.
We're wearing our Christmas sweaters, and I'm immediately taking mine off because we're doing our holiday season marathon with all Christmas movies. Because to be completely honest, while there are a lot of holidays going on right now, we are celebrating Christmas, and all these movies are about Christmas. So
Yes,
that's
they
what
are.
we're covering right now.
There's still a mixed array of things, you know.
Yes,
so
not
it's
saying
good. We
they're
try
all
to
the
get
same Christmas
some
movies.
variety.
Kind of this first one is one of the more out of the box ones.
True.
But yeah. As a lot of you probably know, on our Instagram, we did a poll. Chase and I kind of sat down one night and we're like, all right, what are our like quintessential like Christmas movies that we want to talk about, that we want to get a little more in depth and have like a good time about? And we came up, each of us came up with like, I think 6 or 7, and then we whittled them down to like 10 altogether. We paired them up, and then we had you guys vote. And
the votes are in.
the votes are in. The first one that we voted on, it was either... I can't remember what the other... Oh, it was either Four Christmases or Friday After Next. Mm-hmm. And by a pretty good margin, Friday After Next won.
Yeah. Four Christmas is a great movie, so if people have never seen it, you should check it out. It's hilarious.
Definitely watch it.
Hilarious,
I'm probably going to end up watching it. I've never seen it, but
It's funny.
there's a clip from a movie. I don't think it's Four Christmases, but it's another Vince Vaughn movie, which is really funny.
He's always funny to me. I feel like he's hilarious always.
Definitely. Yeah. Friday After Next won with 68% of the vote. So that is why we are doing Friday After Next.
Vince Vaughn is really tall. I think he's like 6'4".
Oh, he's short.
That's pretty tall.
How tall is Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn is 6 feet 5 inches.
I was so close. He's 6'5". Yeah, he's a tall dude.
I'm still taller than
Yeah. I think one of the first movies he was in was Swingers, and it's a really good movie. And
That's something that we should
in
say.
his 20s. He's old, young.
For anybody that's never seen me standing up, I'm 6'6".
Yeah. If anybody wants to know about
So
me,
is Chase.
I'm 7'2".
Yeah, I like have a hard time with him standing around.
The heart
me.
of a lion.
So Friday.
You in the worst way.
I always thought that was West Wing. I Want You in the West Wing, and I was like, I never want to watch
Like,
the
why
show
is that
West
doctor
Wing.
so weird and
Yeah,
cryptic
I was
sounding?
like, I'm super good on that.
They have Dr. Smeagol.
Dr. Schmiegel.
Schmeagol. Schmegma. Sorry.
No.
Okay. We can edit that out.
I'm gonna fucking leave it in. No man, we're on my minimalist editing techniques here. So Friday After Next, great movie. I want to go a little bit in depth. You've obviously watched it many
of course.
times.
Yeah.
This is a classic Schultz Family Christmas movie for sure.
Okay.
We always watch this. Like
Every year.
I watched this. I don't think we make a point to, but it happens.
It's
upon
always
us every
on
year.
like things
Oh,
during
yeah.
this time. Like it's obviously a movie that comes
Yeah,
out during.
my
the
parents have
holidays.
YouTube TV, so they'll always watch this. They'll always watch Elf. They'll watch.
I don't know anything about YouTube TV, to be honest with you.
It's basically cable, but you spend a little bit less money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, you pay YouTube, and it's
You
all
just
like
log into
it's
the
like
YouTube app and
yeah.
just watch it. Oh, okay. That's
it's a separate app. I have it. I'll show you. But yeah, so they always watch. This is like one of the many that they will watch. I actually saw this movie before I saw. God bless you. I saw Friday After Next before I saw Friday. Because we used to watch it, and I was like, this is so funny. My dad was like, yeah, there's 2 other movies. My dad is really bad at showing me a
Didn't
movie.
he show you Temple of Doom?
No,
before
he hates Temple of Doom. He showed me
okay.
The Last Crusade first.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Which is funny because the more I think about it, like my favorite Star Wars movie was the third one. It was like, did I see that one first?
Probably.
I saw the third Matrix first. What the fuck?
Those are not. The third Matrix is not the best Matrix.
I really like it. What's your favorite Matrix?
The
really quick?
first one, hands down.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I love the second one.
I just thought the first one was cool because
It was so mind blowing. It was a great concept.
it is, you get to see him before he is Neo, which I really like.
Well, he's always
I
Neo
love
before he has his
Yeah, but I love the scene in the first one where like he's getting chased through the office and he's on the phone with Morpheus. And
Yeah.
they go like, do his,
It's showing.
And then they take him and then he's like, what good is a phone call if you're unable
Able to speak.
in his mouth, all that stuff, like the thing in his belly button, like ugh,
Which
like, it's
honestly, I'm not trying to be like
Ugh.
that. All of the effects in the first movie stand up.
just, they do hold
And then they
up,
got
yeah.
too much money and got crazy.
Yeah.
I.e., the fight scene where Neo is fighting all the Smiths
I
in
hate that scene.
in
Yeah, I
the
hate that
courtyard.
scene. It's so great.
It's great until he gets the flagpole, and then it's all CGI and
Yeah,
trash.
the concept is sweet. It's just like, yeah. But no, the first one I like just because, like, yeah, and there's not like the twins and all this stuff. It's like you're just like it's agents. It's just
You know what my
agents.
favorite scene is from the first movie?
What's not like
Not
this.
like this.
Not like
Not
this.
like this.
You got a limited edition action figure.
Dude, it's so good. God willing, we ever see that actor at a convention, I'm getting that bitch signed.
That would honestly be sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what that actress does anymore.
I have to track them down for
I wonder
sure.
if she's in anything.
I don't
No.
know. We could probably look it up when we're not recording
honestly,
a video.
I know, but she's probably in her 50s. Like, for sure.
I would say
You know what's crazy is Bobby Lee is like 55 years old.
I can't understand that.
Well, he was on Mad TV when we were
I
kids.
know.
And he was probably in his 20s. Yeah.
That is wild.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyways.
How old is Ice Cube? Oh, Ice Cube. He made a movie series called Friday. Okay, let's get back to Friday After Next.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. We don't have to check.
Too bad. How old is Ice Cube?
Ice Cube is 54 years old.
Jeez. He looks
54
great.
years young, baby.
Yeah.
Black don't crack, dog. Come on now.
True.
Friday After Next. It's a great movie.
Synopsis.
Go ahead and lay us down with a synopsis of the movie.
All right. So, working as security guards, Craig and Day Day run into a thief who steals their Christmas presents, and he also takes their rent money.
Yeah.
Like in their house.
We'll get a little bit more into the specifics, but
Yeah.
basically.
And also, this movie came out in 2002.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
It's a
about
cool
that, but-
hour and 25. You know what I'm saying?
Megan.
Like, it's nothing crazy. Pegan. And
What's it streaming on,
It's on
Chase?
streaming on. I was getting to that, and then
I want to talk about
And then
our
it's
favorite
on-
streaming service.
it's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. Check Tubi out. Download it. It's free. You have
Literally,
nothing
it's
to
so
lose,
great.
Everything to gain. Literally, honestly, the other thing that's crazy about them too is like they updated a lot,
Yeah.
which is like uncommon.
Dude, they have
That's uncommon.
everything.
Yeah,
And I saw my first annoying ad on Tubi like last night.
I like literally don't even.
It's the
notice
one
it.
where they were doing the Monopoly game. And neither of the people acting spoke English.
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
wild. It was just
strange.
very
It was
uncomfortable.
peculiar.
Yeah, it was like, this
peculiar.
doesn't really
Yeah,
make
it was
sense, but
peculiar.
work.
Yeah,
But yeah, a little bit like broader explanation of the movie. Basically, Craig and Day, they're cousins. They live together. They're living in an apartment. They get robbed, and then they start their job as security officers that same day. And they basically just have to find out how to pay their rent, or they're going to get kicked out of their
Right.
apartment. It's
Exactly.
a one-day thing. I am sure that it happens on a Friday.
Their landlord's a lady with a mustache.
What's her name? Mrs.
Mustache.
Miss Peasley. Miss-
Yeah, Pam Beasley. Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
it looks exactly like Pam Beasley.
I do hate Pam Beasley.
Miss Pearly.
Miss Pearly. That makes more sense to me.
Definitely.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
You're good. It's a really great movie. It is like, this is one of those Christmas movies that isn't necessarily about Christmas, but it happens on Christmas Eve. So it's like, like it's going to be a Christmas time movie, just like all the Harry Potter movies are Christmas time movies.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Excuse
too.
me.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and we'll get into that because there was some,
Yeah, you guys let me know.
there was some hate behind
guys
that
let me
voting,
down.
but that's fine. It's just a really great movie. Ice Cube plays Craig. Mike Epps plays Day Day, his cousin. We got, what's his name? John Witherspoon. Cat Williams. There's so
Williams obviously
many.
steals the show.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of big names in this movie. It's a great movie. It's very funny, very irreverent. Just
It's
a great all the time movie, but Christmas specifically.
Yeah.
Couple fun facts about it. Despite being a modest box office success, grossing nearly $34 million domestically against a $10 million budget, Friday After Next has garnered a large cult following over the years due to its humorous plot, irreverent characters, and dialogue. It is also considered a Christmas movie or anti-Christmas movie, according to star Ice Cube, due to its Christmas setting. Again, it's a Christmas movie no matter what. It happens
Sure.
around Christmas. It's a Christmas
agree.
movie. Boom.
That's the thing is like I feel like people need to loosen up their qualifications for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If the movie is on Christmas Day, it's a Christmas movie. Like it 100% is. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other movies that are like around Christmas.
Die Hard. I mean,
well,
Die
Die
Hard,
Hard.
it's on
I'm
Christmas
pretty
Day,
sure
yeah.
Little Women is around Christmas. That's such a good movie. Holy
never
cow.
watched
The
it.
new one directed by Greta Gerwig. It's so good.
a remake.
Yeah. It's got like every famous person ever in it. Timothy Chalamet.
Florence Pugh is in there. Or
What's her
Florence Pugh is
face?
in it.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Hermione Granger.
know
That one woman.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
The one woman, I can't remember what she. Oh no, is that the same person? I'm going to go out on a limb. The blonde woman from Jurassic Park?
Like the older woman?
Yeah.
Like the girl Dr. Grant is.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name, but I know her face and everything.
It's
It's
her,
she's
but I'm just going to
old
triple check.
now.
She's
Wouldn't
a
she?
mother.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. She probably looks
Don't
great.
call her old. She does look great.
Yeah, she looked great in.
Oh, that is an unfortunate picture of this person, and that's all I'm going to say. Why her face look like that?
She looks like a Lego man. She looks like a Lego person.
She do. Laura Dern.
Laura,
Is she
let me
in?
see her face,
Thank God.
please.
Yeah, you know her. For
Current
sure.
or not really?
This is current, but she looks exactly the same.
Oh, she looks wonderful.
Yeah, she looks incredible. She was in a Star
She
Wars
looks
movie.
great.
She's great.
She's cool. Yeah.
She was in the Star Wars movie that I didn't let you finish.
Okay. I haven't seen all of the Star Wars movies.
I know. We started watching The Last Jedi, and I shut it down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Back to this movie, though. I like how we said, oh, this is going to be like a Christmas one. It's going to be a shorter episode.
We can do it.
We're 13 minutes in, and we haven't even gone through our fun facts. Hit us the next one, yeah?
Okay, cool. Okay, so Mike Epps and Ice Cube, they're in a bunch of movies together.
Like a shocking one.
So, like, the main one really that's on here is All About the Benjamins because, like, that is a great movie.
I wanna see it.
It's hilarious. And Mike Epps, too, does have a great stand-up, too. So if anybody is interested in that as well. But that movie was actually released 8 months before this film was made, so it was actually pretty close to that film.
Yeah, that's wild.
Kudos to Mike Epps for, like, you know, and Ice Cube for, like, doing two movies, like, within a year.
Kind of killing it,
Like,
yeah.
That's crazy, honestly. And they're both, like, iconic movies.
For sure.
Yeah. They also appeared in a few other films together. Letter to the President, The Janky Promoters, and The Lottery Ticket. Those movies, I've not seen any of those movies.
I've heard of The Lottery Ticket.
I've only heard of Letter to the President.
That's funny.
But that makes sense because of the timeline. The other ones are in 2009, 2010. The other one's like 2005. That's like my heyday, 15 years old. You know, got a beard, full beard, and a beautiful head of hair.
Did you go to high school with anybody that had a beard?
No, I was actually the first person in my grade to grow a beard. Actually, that's not necessarily true. There's this other kid, John, that I actually know now.
What's his last name?
Jarbo.
Oh, okay.
He's a great person. But
Where's he live?
I have no idea. Around here. And I don't know what's going on right now. But I remember too, you know, like when you like, well, you probably did do this because you're white as hell.
Yes.
But when you started growing facial hair, where did it start growing on your face? Yeah. Okay. So so when I'm not even
where
kidding,
it is now.
when I was like,
as I can.
probably 15 or like probably 15 or 16, I would say. I just like woke up and had like 5 o'clock shadow. Like I just had that. I mean, it wasn't
your hair is so
it wasn't
dark.
like as thick as this, but it was definitely consistent. Like it didn't look patchy. I think the only thing that was patchy was like here.
Yeah.
But that's like it. And I could grow a beard, and it sucked because the school that I went to, I couldn't. I had to shave.
Yeah, same.
And you know this. I have really sensitive skin on my face.
Yeah.
So when I shave, it just sucks, and it's not comfortable for me for a really long time. I had to do that every day almost.
Yeah.
And it was just like, dude, like, I would get like written up for having 5 o'clock shadow. I was like, I literally shaved yesterday. Like, and I'm 16. Like, you know what I mean?
What am I
I
supposed
like
to do?
getting a businessman? Like going to work? Like, you know what I mean? Like seriously? Like, you know, it was ridiculous.
I had the
honestly.
same thing.
It was terrible.
My buddy in high school, Tyler, grew a really fast beard.
Yeah.
And we were walking to class one day, and two of the meanest teachers were out, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Niles, you got to shave. You're going to get a detention tomorrow." And I just like kept going. I had never shaved before then.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Mr. Schultz, it finally looks like you have to shave too." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You can't see anything." Because before I grew a beard, all of my facial hair, or lack thereof, was very, very white.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see it. Really, the only facial hair you could see at the time was my mustache, and it just looked dirty as hell.
Yeah, of course,
and I was told that I had to shave my face. I was probably like 16 or 17. I've never shaved my face before in my life.
It sucks.
And I think I was 17. I went home and I was like, "Dad, you have to teach me how to shave." And he did, which was like weird, like my dad doing like dad things.
My dad did that too.
It was cute.
When I was a kid, do you remember this at all? It was probably before your time, but the X-Men, the original X-Men cartoon, you could buy these like little kid shaving kits. So it came with like it looked like a Bic razor, but it was yellow and it had like the X-Men X on it, and it had no blade.
Cool.
It was just like, you know, and then you came with like the shaving cream, and it had like their thing on it, and that's what my dad got me.
You
So I
talking about a
remember,
shave?
so I did it with a razor without
That's so cute.
Yeah. It was sweet. And I would play with that all the time in the bathtub because obviously it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's a razor. It's cool.
You're a man,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's funny.
I digress.
Yeah, so I had to shave. And I remember I had to shave that night because I was going to a movie with a girl that I was interested in.
Yeah.
And I remember shaving my upper lip. And the entire time I was watching the movie, I was just like,
And then you looked like you drank too much Kool-Aid.
yeah, dude. I was like playing with my upper lip because it felt like a cat tongue,
that happens
dude.
to me as an adult.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I will never shave my face again, but
I'm not going to commit to that, but
I
it has to be
hate it.
warranted when I do it.
I have to be getting like my entire jawline tattooed in order for me to do it, which that's never going to happen.
Actually, it's coming back pretty good right
Yeah,
now.
it is.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so continue. So they were in that, and then you can.
Gotcha. Another fun fact, Chris Tucker was asked to reprise his role for the third film in the franchise, but rejected. Chris Tucker played Ice Cube's best friend in the first movie. His name was Smokey. And you can...
He is also in All About the Benjamins, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is. I'm almost positive that he is. I wonder if he didn't want to work with them, because he had worked with them before.
Well, I think we kind of talked about it. Oh, excuse me. We kind of talked about it. I think he was trying to like get more serious roles. Like he was trying to be like seriously considered as an actor at that point. Are you going to see him?
There's a Sharpay behind me right now.
Oh, can you
guys
see
see his tushy? He's right there.
His Tunchi meat. Little Tunchi.
He's just going to take a rest with us.
It's going to be very nice if you lay there, Bubba. It's a very comfy spot.
It is. It's Nana's bed.
Unused. Nana's currently in your bed. Yeah, so they reached out to Chris Tucker to reprise his role. He said no. But funny enough, Mike Epps then called up asking to reprise his role less than an hour later.
No, he's not. I'm sorry.
Okay. He's in another movie like that.
Is.
Money Talks?
Money Talks. Yes. Good call. Good for him, Ben. Good for him.
Mike Epps is introduced in Next Friday, the second movie, as Craig's cousin because Craig is in some hot water and he has to move out and move into his cousin's house. You bonked your face. That scared you a lot. It was really funny. Mike Epps really wanted to come back and do it, and Chris Tucker was asked and said no. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Chris Tucker's a tough cookie.
Yeah. It's funny. I want you to read this next one because it's about you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So that is actually interesting. So the movie was originally meant to be called Final Friday, which makes sense, obviously. But producers thought it would be too similar to Jason Goes to Hell in 1993 and didn't want to rule out the fourth film.
I wish there was a fourth film of the Friday movies.
I know, but honestly, like I think it's like one of those things that sometimes it's better to quit while you're ahead.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And they did great. They
It's-
did a
yeah, you don't
trilogy.
wanna
They're
be-
all incredible movies.
Trilogies
and
are
done.
good.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me because I don't remember, but I think that makes sense because I think that Jason Goes to Hell. He doesn't go to hell, but he dies, and I think they were leaving it open ended so that they didn't have to do that series, which is asinine. Like obviously, how many Friday the 13th movies are there?
Oh
There's
my
probably
God, a billion.
I mean, there's over 10.
That's
Jason X is
insane.
10. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never put
Which
that
is
together.
a cinematical masterpiece.
Oh my God.
So
That's one we really need to cover.
God, I love that. Movie. We should do a like sci-fi horror series.
I'm down.
That would be hilarious. Or sci-fi. Sci-fi would be good.
Let
Just
us know in the
sci-fi.
comments
That
if
would
you
be
want
cool.
more sci-fi
I love
movies from us.
sci-fi.
We are both huge fans of sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think we should.
It's just
anyway.
hard to cover because it's a niche.
It's a niche, and it's also extremely deep movies, so it's
Yeah.
going to be like a lot.
Nev would like that though. We're big sci-fi people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got all my sci-fi love from my mom. My mom
Yeah.
loves sci-fi
I
movies.
think I got most of mine from my Aunt Margot.
Margo,
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah.
I told my aunt that we talked about her, and she was flattered.
And she's like, I'm never going to listen to that podcast, but thanks.
She's hip. She's in with it. She might. Aunt Marty, if you're listening to this right now, shouts out. Baby, I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of gang symbols you're
And you don't want
putting
to know.
towards my mom.
I said Aunt Marty. I gave it to Aunt Marty. Hey, Marty.
I stand corrected. Don Curry and Mike Epps, they play father and son. Don Curry is Ice Cube's uncle. Don Curry and Mike Epps play father and son, but they're only 9 years apart in real life, which is funny because Don Curry and John Witherspoon play brothers, but they're actually almost 20 years apart in age.
He looks old in that movie, Don Curry.
He looks old, but he's almost 20 years younger than John
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
Yeah. Oh, John Witherspoon. First of all, R.I.P. John Witherspoon. You are missed. You are seen.
He is.
He is the best in the Boondocks.
I do want to watch that entire show.
Hilarious.
Is that show done? They're not making any new episodes? Okay, I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like one of the funniest cartoons, and I love it because like I like any like how do I word this properly? I mean, it's literally like this isn't even bad. It's like a black anime.
Yeah.
And that's so cool.
I think
Cool. Yeah,
I don't know if they like hit it on the nose by like saying that, but it has been described that way.
That's exactly
many
what
times.
It is. Like the art,
the animation
everything.
style.
Like, it's
yeah.
awesome. And it's cool because they like, have you seen Afro Samurai with Samuel Jackson?
No.
It's
Is it a live action movie?
No, it's an anime.
Okay,
It's
I do want to
sweet.
see it.
It's super sweet. It's very violent. It's very gory. It's super cool.
I mean, my favorite anime is Attack
but
on
it's like
Titan,
the
so.
same thing where it's like integrating a completely different culture into like another
Merging
culture like
cultures,
that is
yeah.
sweet. And
Yeah.
making it work is
Yeah.
like that's a totally different thing. So like but dude, anyone that's not seen, if you like anime or you like cartoons in general, the Boondocks, hilarious show.
Yeah.
And it's star-studded, dude. If you look at the voices that are on that show,
Yeah.
it's insane. Yeah, like it's insane. Anyways, that's another thing though. We actually just learned this. This is like random. It was like not even. It was on accident. But John Witherspoon he was born in Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan. Baby.
Obviously,
1942. Great year.
Of course he was. Yeah, like 42.
Industrial Revolution.
You know? Yeah, exactly. He died in 2019. He was 77 years old. He had a heart attack. Yeah.
R.I.P. and power, big man.
But I mean, God, dude, what a life he led.
Dude, seriously,
An
he's
incredible,
actor.
iconic things.
Seriously,
and I think he is a voice actor for more things. I'm pretty sure his voice is very.
Oh, he's
unique.
been in
He has a
everything.
very unique
Yeah,
voice, yeah, and he's hilarious.
he really is.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever did stand up.
I don't know if he's a comedian. I don't know if he is.
Very funny.
He's hilarious. I don't know if he is. He might.
To kind of go over a little bit more about the story, kind of like the first portion of the movie, it kind of sets up the scene. It's the night before Christmas Eve, so it's basically 2 nights and then it's Christmas. It kind of sets up Ice Cube and Mike Epps. They're living in an apartment together. This guy dressed up as Santa Claus ends up breaking into their apartment and robs all of the Christmas presents under the tree and takes their rent money out of their like boombox.
Yes.
Steals all their money, steals all their presents. Ice Cube like finds him. Craig finds him and he starts fighting him and he's like trying to get him. Day-Day's like asleep. So Craig gets his ass
Forgot
kicked.
that he's super.
He stays asleep the entire
That's
time.
So funny.
Yeah.
How could you possibly sleep through?
Yeah. I if Frankie like breathes too heavy, I wake up. So basically they get robbed. They call the police. They're basically like, we're fucked. Like we don't have anything. The police are kind of like, okay, well, like we'll take his description, but there's nothing really we can do.
Right, of
We'll like
course.
we'll write up the report and we'll call you if we have anything else.
Yeah, I mean that's out. Yeah,
I mean, what else can be
It's
done
not
at that
a-
point?
yeah.
Yeah. And then at that point, their landlady, Miss Pearly, comes up and she's like mad because there's a bunch of cops walking around and stuff. They haven't paid their rent. It's just all this issues. And like they try to explain that the rent money was like stolen.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care. I need to be paid tonight or my son Damon is going to come visit you guys
Yes.
in the morning.
Who's Terry Crews?
Damon is played by Terry Crews. Terry Crews, Damon just got out of prison. And there's a lot of stereotyping going along.
There's a different type of etiquette in prison
Definitely.
that Damon obliges.
The way you
outside of
have
prison.
relationships with your fellow man,
With other
let's
men.
say. So they're obviously trying to avoid Damon. They bump into him and he like kind of lays down the law. He's like, listen, you pay my mom or I'm going to come like
Take advantage of your body.
for money.
Exactly. It's all about the money.
So they're like, all right, well, we really need to start this new job. They start a new job as security guards at the strip mall that their dads, the brothers, have a barbecue restaurant. It's called Brothers Barbecue. And there's a couple different stores. There's like I'm pretty sure there's a nail salon. There's a liquor store. There's a donut shop, which is Holy Moly Donut Shop.
Right,
We'll get
yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
And then there's like the barbecue place and then like a clothing store, Money Mike's. I think it's literally called Money Mike's Pimp
yeah.
Emporium.
It is. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
So a nice, one-stop shop for everyone's needs here. So you go, so they start kind of doing their jobs and they're just kind of finding out the lay of the land and like trying to basically secure the parking lot while also basically keeping an eye out. Oh no, it's called Pimps and Hoes.
That doesn't surprise me either. Yeah.
Trying to find the guy who robbed them, but also trying to secure the parking lot.
Right, exactly. A
Crackheads.
couple of crackheads try to rob Money Mike's store, but Craig and Day catch them both.
Good job.
Mike offers him a cash reward, but Craig refuses it and instead invites him to his Christmas party. Basically, he has like this female that works for him that's like extremely attractive to Ice Cube, and like she's very pretty, yeah. Yeah. And basically he invites her to this he invites Money Mike to this party knowing that he would bring this girl. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? At the party, it's kind of funny because like Money Mike does show up with this female.
Yeah.
And Damon like has like a fascination with him. I want to say
he is
he's enthralled by him.
Let's say.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like and so Money Mike ends up going to the bathroom and Damon follows him into the bathroom. And it's actually a hilarious scene, but I won't get into it too much. But Damon follows him in the bathroom, and it's pretty funny. Anyways, like that gives Craig time to talk to this girl, and they like kind of hit it off, and like it's great. After that too, like he ends up also. Do you remember his dad like gets sick, his stomach, and then he has to go downstairs.
He has to go to
like,
Miss Pearlie's.
Yeah, and Miss Pearlie also like is smoking weed downstairs, like just like chilling, loving it with her mustache. I can't get over
the weed that she stole out of Craig and Day-Day's apartment while they were at work.
Yeah, dude. That's my thing with the party, and then like honestly too, then there's like this gang of people that end up robbing places, and like again they get away. Craig and Day-Day are not good security guards.
Not at all.
Like they're not good at it. People make fun of them because of that. The one of the funniest things that they say about them with that is like it's time to hang up your whistles. Yeah. Like it's like okay.
Like well, and that's the thing. If you're not going to respect their like position of security guard, why are they going to fucking respect it?
Yeah, you know. All that being said, like they get fired. You know,
immediately,
like, like of course, like you know they're lazy and like they don't do shit, like you know whatever kind of thing, and it's kind of funny because like after everything like that, they like rat her out into the Department of Health, the lady that fires them. So it's kind of
a man,
Willie.
Molly.
Oh yeah, well I'm sorry, yeah, Molly does, yeah. I'm sorry, Willie rats Molly out. Sorry, but. Yeah, and it's kind of hilarious to me because it just seems a little bit petty and childish. But yeah, they suck at security guards. Like it's so to me, it's like, and honestly too, like if you can't like secure a shopping plaza, that's like a little ridiculous to me. I don't know. I mean, a lot popped off there, but still,
very true.
It's
very
just
true.
ridiculous to me. But basically, like that part 2 of that like movie, or like the middle of that movie, is basically like showing them like working and like them being like kind of crappy you know, but
I mean they're just kind of abusing their position of authority to talk to women like the entire day.
So it's kind of intense. It's kind of funny though because like again you get to see like their dynamic as you know
security guards.
The thing that's funny is like when they get the crackheads in that like
the little booth,
and then there's like that, like the window's broken, and that guy's just like,
shouting and screaming at them.
That guy is also like, you know how I am with my memory. That guy is also in another movie. That guy that's a crackhead, and he is, I feel like he dies in the movie that he's in. It's weird. I don't remember what he was in, but when I saw him the other day when we were watching, I was like, I know that. I've
definitely seen him in other things.
My brain,
it's a wonderful thing.
It is a wonderful thing, honestly. So yeah, so that you know, so you get a feel for everything basically, and like you know, so and then like I said, they invite them to this party, and then like you get to see the party. So
you see the party, you just kind of see. There's a lot of callbacks to the other movies that are in it. It's just a really like basically from beginning to end, they get robbed. They go to work trying to make their money up to get back. They get fired from their job in the same exact day. They have this party to recoup all the money. The party's a huge success, and they do end up catching the Santa Claus in the end.
It's kind of funny, too, because what that kind of echoes like to me is, like, do you remember in the first movie, they, like, there's, like, 2 occasions that they, like, get their hands on the money that they owe Big Worm, but then they don't get it. Like, because his girlfriend, like, at first, like,
his girlfriend was going to lend it right away. Like, she was, like, not even having to be convinced.
Yeah. No. Ask his parents. No. Ask his sister, who is also in the Boondocks.
Dude. Everyone in that show.
But, Yeah, it seems like one of the key things in these movies is like they get really close to getting what they want each time, but it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd say it's pretty realistic too for anybody.
Sure.
You're always like chasing something, you get closer and then farther and then closer. You know?
I agree. But then the beauty of the movie is they end up having to do it themselves.
Yes.
And they do.
Yeah, typically. In a really great way.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Like, I would love to go to a house party like that.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
It'd be really nice. I've been to a lot of house parties
like that.
I haven't been to any house parties like that. I've been to a lot of house parties that are like, I'm sleeping on a stranger's floor in their basement, and I'm like, this isn't cool.
I feel like Anthony, my brother Anthony, would have really good parties like that. And
I've heard.
Yeah, it was cool.
I've heard the lore.
Yeah. Good days. Good times. Good times.
Mine weren't good, so.
R.I.P. Mike Will. You are missed.
Absolutely.
My friend. But yeah, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Well, no, I was just kind of giving like a little summary, but we have some questions specifically about this movie, and then we kind of have like a broader question that we're going to bring back for every episode. Basically, we'll kind of save that to the end, but one of the first questions that we want to kind of dive in with this, technically, this is kind of everything, written out here. I'm going to give you the whole question.
Sure.
It's a two-parter a little bit, and we'll go from
course.
there. Imagine you and your family went through the same situation on Christmas Eve. Someone came in, they robbed you of all of your Christmas presents. Like, all of them were gone. Everything set up on the tree, they took everything.
They took everything.
They took the last can of Who Hash, dude, all of it. Without having time to buy all new gifts, obviously, because it's Christmas Eve, what would you get your loved ones to replace the monetary value lost? Or would you just be like, you know what, there's nothing we can do. We have to reschedule Christmas. We're going to have Christmas in July or something like that, where we just kind of reschedule it. What would you do in this situation?
It's a tricky situation for me. I thought there's a few things, right? Because, like, the best gifts in life are free, typically, right? So, like, the way that I would say it is, like, first and foremost, there'd be a few things. Because I would feel inadequate. That's the thing. Because, like, how I give. I would be devastated.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so because I like giving gifts. I'm a good gift giver, I think.
Very
and
good.
I like definitely put the time in.
Yes.
People tend to think that I'm trying to like show them up because I'm such a good giver. It's just something I need to do for myself.
It's very
It has
frustrating.
nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a selfish thing.
I get
almost.
some of
It
the
is.
most incredible gifts, and then I'm just like, well, I hope
You do
you
really
like
good.
this.
You do really good. But no,
I learned it from you,
but
Dad.
I'm like simple too. I don't need a lot. But I like that. So so that being said, anyways, so I'd be devastated. The first thing that I would do, because like, my immediate family, so like basically my mom and Anthony.
Yeah.
I would write them a really, really nice, like appreciative, like note of gratitude.
Absolutely.
Right? Like really, really good. Like super, I would take the time. I would sit down and like shed a tear. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do it. That's the first thing I would do. Second thing I would do is because if like I woke up Christmas morning like that, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm making everyone breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm cooking. I'm going to cook because cooking is easy. That's like an obvious, like you cook for people you love.
Absolutely.
That's what you do when So I would do that. Then, honestly, I would be like, okay, like let's have an old school Christmas where like we like find like a Christmas book or story on our phones or something and we read it to each other.
Nice. That'd be
And
really
we sit around the tree and like we do that kind of thing.
Everyone's like, Chase, we want to give you your presents. You're like, no, we're reading a book.
We're reading. I would try to make it like a classic Christmas.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving them nice things that like they can keep, they can like read again.
Yeah.
I'm making them a nice food, and then like we're doing Christmas spirit things.
Absolutely.
That's what I would do.
I'm down.
I thought about this for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
well, my kind of first things I thought about, I have had Christmases. There was one Christmas in particular that I remember.
yeah.
My parents bought me just a bunch of fencing stuff. Because I was fencing at the time.
Fencing is
They
swords.
bought me a new bag. They bought me new weapons. Yeah.
Just so
sword
everybody
fighting.
knows. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought me like a new mask, a new jacket, a new, like I think 2 new weapons, a bag, new shoes, new t-shirts.
Really expensive.
It's extremely expensive. I
How
just
much
looked
do you
it
think
all
a
up.
mask would cost now? Like a new one.
I just looked it up. I think it's funny enough, I think it's only around $100, but it was like a really nice, it was a saber mask, and saber masks, they have to be made out of a metal material, a metallic material, because your entire mask is target area. So if a weapon hits it, it has to like register a point.
Your mask.
Well, it also can't pierce through your mask. I think it has to withstand, what is it, 30 pounds of pressure at a spike in between, which is funny because we went to a tournament. They have these things where it's basically like it looks like a pen, and then it has a spike that comes out of it, and you push it, and it applies 30 pounds of pressure, and then it gives.
Oh, like test it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
We went to this tournament where this guy was checking masks, and you like push that spike in, pull it out, and it's good. He wiggled it in, and it created a hole in my mask and failed my mask. So I had to get a brand new mask.
What an asshole.
Yep. The guy behind me was my teammate. He did the same exact thing. Wiggled it in, failed it, and told him he couldn't fence with that mask. Our coach comes up behind the both of us and he says, if you fail my mask, we're going out to the parking lot.
Yeah.
He obviously stopped checking masks. Someone else came in, checked in, it was fine. So then all three of us had to share my coach's mask.
That's annoying as hell.
It's very annoying because I don't know if you know me very well, but I sweat, and all of us sweat, and it was disgusting. And we all had to share the mask. And then there was one point in time where I had to fence my coach in the tournament, and I had to borrow someone else's mask. It was ridiculous.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was tough. I did poorly at that tournament.
That sucks.
But yeah, so they bought me all of this fencing stuff for Christmas, and none of it came on time. Literally nothing was there for Christmas morning. So my mom sat me down. They were like, listen, I'm really sorry, but you're going to be unwrapping a lot of pieces of paper this year, and you're going to be getting a lot of presents in the next few weeks. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Fair, yeah.
So they literally just printed off all of like the pages. So I saw what I was getting. I would unwrap the piece of paper. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like I'm getting new blades. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. So it was still like, I had a blast with that.
Yeah, totally.
So I would either do that.
They were probably devastated though, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, I would be devastated.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because you have other siblings opening presents.
I'm going to say this right now, Mom and Dad, because you guys listen to my podcast in the weirdest times. I loved that Christmas. I had a blast. I got everything I wanted.
Yeah, it's great. No, you do.
No hard feelings.
They do the best they can,
and
right? Like,
it is always the best. I'm totally down. Another thing that is big in my family, we used to always give each other coupon books. So it'd be like, one free hug and one free.
Oh, like personal.
Yeah, like books. I'm gonna vacuum the living room. So like we just have these coupon books and we give them to our parents. So I'd probably do something like that. I'd make them a coupon book and be like, listen, I'm going to get you guys new gifts, but this is something you can unwrap right now. And I'd make it like personalized for them. Like, Megan, like, here's a coupon. I'm going to drive downtown. I'm going to come hang out with you. We're going to have a day. I'm going to buy you coffee. We're going to watch a movie on your stupid little TV. And I'll let you buy me vegan food and I'll eat all of it. I promise. And like Jane, I'll have you come to my house and you can sit on my couch all day.
Yeah. That's cool.
Just sit, have a great time, good to go.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I would do something like that. Or honestly, I'd just be like, hey, everybody, I'm really sorry. All this got fucking stolen. I'm going to pay you back. I'm ordering all new stuff. It'll be here in a couple days. We're going to have Christmas then.
That's fair.
I would just like one of those. I'd probably do the second and the third one. Where I'd just be like
that. I like the second and third.
Yeah, I'd be like, here's some coupon stuff.
I like the second the most, I think.
Yeah, the coupons?
The coupons. Because it's like nostalgic.
Exactly. It's nostalgic for us.
Yeah.
We also do this thing where every year, myself and my two sisters, Megan and Jane, we sit on the stairs and like up, because our stairs go up and then there's a landing and up again in our lavish mansion. And we go on the second set of stairs and we sit there until our parents get like the tree ready.
Yeah.
Like all the presents will be there, but they like make themselves coffee. They sit there, they kiss.
Yeah.
And like we just scream at them like, can we come down now? Blah, blah, blah. We've always done it. We're going to do it again this year. I know it for a fact, but we always do that. We used to do that because we wouldn't, like the toys wouldn't be out under the tree yet.
Sure. That's
or like most of the wrapped ones would be, but then we'd get Santa gifts, which was like a book, a CD, and a pair of socks.
That's cool.
And it was wrapped in this red ribbon. It was cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to do something like that. You know, I just don't know.
Would you, really quick before I say this question, so the movie is set in California.
Yes.
So like, yeah, anyways. Would you rather live in a warmer climate or a snowy climate during Christmas season?
So
and why too?
Okay.
Why?
Me personally, I have only ever lived in snowy climates.
Right.
I've lived in Michigan and I've lived in Minnesota.
Right.
Both times, obviously, we have colder Christmases. Mm-hmm. I am a very nostalgic in certain ways, like my nostalgia My nostalgia is triggered by like smells and like sounds and tastes and
Sensory
stuff. Yes,
things.
very sensory nostalgia.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, myself and a dear friend Casey went
Ooh,
to the mall.
Yeah.
We went to Somerset Mall on a weekend. I think it was Black Friday weekend. So it was slammed. And I
Right.
walked into that mall, and the smell of the mall and like the sounds of the mall, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. Like
Yeah,
easy. It is
100%.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was Christmas. And like anytime it snows, like I need that. Like it is not Christmas unless I have snow and stuff. And like obviously in the southern hemisphere, like Australia, Christmas is during their summer. So
Right,
it's not
yeah.
like
Right.
it is a hot thing. And like my little sister who lives in Houston, she comes home every year for Christmas. But like
Right.
I couldn't imagine having an 86-degree Christmas. Like I could not do it. I have to live in Michigan. I want to do Christmassy things. I want to be cold. I want to drink hot chocolate. I want to be out
Sure.
in the cold. I want to be bundled up. I need that. Absolutely.
It's part of the tradition.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not only Christmas, I just need cold climate always. Please.
Oh, God.
How about you, world traveler?
World traveler. I lived in Florida one time during Christmas, and it's really hard for me because, like, honestly, this is what I would say because everybody that's listening is probably from Michigan, so it's,
Yeah.
you can empathize with me. If you're
Goodness.
Here's the thing. So when this is hard to explain. When you live in Michigan during a holiday, regardless of the holiday, but if the holiday requires you to do decorations, exterior decorations on your house,
Yeah.
okay, like there is a specific appropriate time to start setting it up, and there is a very expected appropriate time for you to take it down.
Yes.
Case in point, during Christmas, I personally think the day after Thanksgiving and on, you should set up your house for Christmas.
Absolutely. It's Christmas time.
Right? Yeah. Unless the only exception to that is if you're just doing winter decorations. You're not doing Christmas decorations. You can do it before. You can get away with it before a little bit more. Not so much more, but like you could get away with it.
Yeah.
But that being said, the day after New Year's, you got to take that shit down.
Day
gotta-
after New Year's.
You got to take it down. You got to take it down the weekend after New Year's, let's say. That's Sunday after New Year's. We got to take it down. It's not Christmas anymore now.
We've kept our Christmas
It's
tree
not even-
until like February.
Christmas
before.
tree is interior.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So like you can do that. That's
Yeah.
fine. But it's not only is it not Christmas, it's a different year now. Take it down.
It's been a year
Take it
since
down.
Christmas.
Yeah. And like I would say on a standard basis, anyone that's my age or older, I would say, it looks trashy after a certain amount of time. After a certain amount of time, you're just lazy.
Yeah.
You like pick it up. It looks like it's like you know what I mean? Like it's just like Halloween or anything. Like it looks fantastic during the holiday, but after that, like you gotta pick it up and put it away. Right?
Yeah.
Florida looks like they just left it there all year round. That's what Florida looks like to me as a Michigander.
Because there's no snow.
There's no snow, so it looks like you just never put it away. Trashy to me.
Well, it is
it's
Florida.
just tacky. It's just gross, right?
Yeah.
They're decorating palm trees. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the coldness. It's like it just isn't like the aesthetic. It's not the aesthetic. You don't have any snow.
Yeah.
How can you celebrate Christmas if you don't have snow?
True.
Christmas is for the winter. It's to get you through the winter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you look forward to it after Thanksgiving, and then you look forward to it like through December all the way because it's the end. So you get to deal with December because you're like, oh, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
There's music, Christmas music.
Yeah.
The streets like Rochester, all those places are decorated really pretty.
Oh yeah.
People have like antlers on their car. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole thing, right? Like so it's like, ooh, December like kind of flies by.
Yeah.
It's easy. And then in Michigan, we only have January and February, and then we're like home free. You know what I'm saying? Like really, so it's one of those things where like it just carries you, right? So
Yeah.
to me in Florida, it seemed a little trashy to me personally, and I'm biased. I'm not saying that to offend anybody. I'm biased because I never had experienced that until I moved down there, and I would also say that being said, to me it's like. Yeah, it's like that nostalgic thing where I just and it's so funny because like I just feel like like I don't even really like the cold weather per se, but like I like snow.
Yes.
I don't like it being cold, like because if it's like a windy ass winter and it's just cold, like I hate it. I hate that. Like when we had that polar vortex thing, like whatever, 8 years, 10 years ago, or whatever, dude, that thing it was like my car didn't even start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at that time. So it was just like, dude, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? But if it's like really fluffy white snow and like it looks like a snow globe outside, like the snow is like thick and like it's coming down slow. And I always like, in a philosophical way, like I always like that because I always felt like when you like watch that type of snowfall, it's weird because it feels like to me that like the whole world slows down.
Yeah.
It is the speed of the snow coming down. Like it just feels like everything is still.
Yeah.
And the snow is like weightless and it's just like
Super
going
chill.
down. You know what I mean? Like it's very calming to me. Like so and of course I also hate Florida. So like as a person. So like you know, so when I saw it during Christmas and stuff like that, I was like, I just want to go home. Yeah. I don't want to be here. This is terrible. Like you know what I mean? And you're right. It's like 87 degrees. It's 150% humidity. You walk, you know what I mean? You walk outside and your forehead just starts perspiring like right away.
Yeah,
you know, you can't even wear winter clothes.
Yeah.
You know, it's something to think about with seasons is like as a Michigander, we get to wear every type of clothing throughout the year. Yeah. So you get like a closet and you have like your summer clothes, your winter clothes, your spring clothes, your fall clothes. Yeah. I have like 15 jackets. Like for they're totally for different weather.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like so like cuz sometimes it rains and it's cold. Sometimes it rains when it's hot as hell. Yeah. You might need rain boots, or you might need like low-rise rain boots. Yeah, depending on, you know what I'm saying. Like there's just so many. Yeah, like I love that. Yeah, I like that I get to like do that. And then like everyone likes the fall and spring because everybody says the same thing, right? You can go outside and you can wear a t-shirt, or you can wear a hoodie. It's like yeah, right. Always. Like in Florida, like you have no business buying a winter jacket. No. You have no business buying even like a heavier rain jacket. Yeah. It's gotta be light shit. Light. Ventilation and like rain. Because it's just gonna be tropical thunderstorms like all the time. I just hated it. No thank you. So yeah, so I would say for me, in a closing statement, I prefer Midwest, northern Midwest.
It's the best.
For holidays. Yeah. Even for Halloween. Yeah. Really?
You get a little bit of that bite.
Well, that and I like the like fall leaves and the colors of, you know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Like, again, like, and something to consider too. I'm sorry, I'm petting Carlos. You're good. Something to consider too. That I really realized that I didn't even think about. When you don't have seasons, time stops. Yeah. There's no concept of time. No, there's you feel like progress. You've literally been there your whole freaking life because like nothing is changing. Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like you have food that is seasonal even. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no soup weather in Florida. Like, I love soup. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, soup's the best. So that's what I would say.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. I think if you were from Florida, you would obviously have a completely different thing, which I understand that because you would have the nostalgic, whatever.
You know, swimming on Christmas Day and all that bullshit.
Chasing alligators.
Ew. We'll leave it at that.
Go ahead.
Really quick question to kind of wrap it up here before we get into the overarching question that we're going to ask every week. Do you have a relationship like Craig and Day Day with anyone in your family? And like, would you be able to live with anybody in your family outside of your like immediate family, like a cousin or something like that? Do you have a relationship like that with somebody?
I would have to, honestly, because I don't have like a lot of cousins I'm close to. Yeah. I would definitely say Anthony would be the most, like, when I think of Craig and Day Day, I think of like, they're like thick as thieves.
Oh, yeah.
They're ride or dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do anything for my brother Anthony. Anthony would definitely do anything for me. If he like wanted to, if we both like needed to get jobs, like I would work with him for sure. Yeah. You know, he's like the funniest person I know. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it's like one of those things where like, I feel like, and even like at the, like, you know, I was raised by like a really hardworking single mom. Yeah. You know what I mean? But what that really means too is like Anthony and I spent a lot of time together alone.
Definitely.
But in a good way. Like it was good. Because like honestly, like again, we did everything together. So like I feel like again, like Anthony introduced me to like those parties that he would have like at his house. And like it was really awesome because like I was always a shy person and like introverted. I was introverted. For sure. Not antisocial, but introverted. I was always kind of a scared kid. Yeah, you know? So like Anthony was the first person I think to like make me understand that like it is okay to like branch out. People are not always judgmental. They are accepting. You can have fun at this party. You don't have to get drunk or anything because everyone's just playing games. Everybody just wants to hang out. It was just like a good food, barbecue. Like it was just like boom,
Heck
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. Like just like there was nothing about those parties that you could critique if you tried. You know what I'm saying? Like it never got too rowdy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it got a little crazy. You know what I mean? In a good way.
It has to.
You know, yeah. It was good. So I felt like I would say Anthony for
Yeah.
sure. What about you?
I mean, cousin-wise, like I have a couple cousins that I'm closer to, but I don't think I would ever want to live with them. We're just like way
Sure.
too different.
Yeah,
I did live with my older sister, and looking back at it, great experience.
yeah.
While it was happening,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's something that
suggest
you'll
it.
look back on and be like happy.
Yeah, like I love my sister.
Yeah.
I loved living with
She
her
okay?
generally. You are furthering this horrible narrative.
I'm just playing around.
Megan, I'd like to apologize. I guess you're not going to apologize then.
You already did it for me. I don't have to.
Oh my God. I live with Megan. Being out of it, I loved it. We're good to go. While I was in it, I have a hard time trying to I'm not a team player. I'm not a sharer.
Yeah.
So when I'm especially in my home, I want it to be exactly how I want it. I want my spaces. I
Sure,
want everything fine.
sure.
Megan's the kind of person who would have winter decorations and then Christmas decorations on top of the winter decorations. She'd then take the Christmas decoration down. She did Valentine's Day decorations.
Yeah, I like that. She's festive.
Oh,
I like being festive.
it was literal trash all over the place.
That's
it drove me
festive,
crazy.
though. It's
Ugh.
exciting.
So that's the thing. She's a
job,
great
Megan.
person to live with. She's a
Yeah.
great roommate. Everything was fine, but
Yeah.
I'm very particular with everything, and I just
Sure.
want it to be the way I want it to be. Which is funny because my little sister may or may not be moving back to Michigan. I'm going to itch it as much as I want. My little sister's going to be moving back to Michigan, and there is a small chance that she might live with me for a second. So we'll see how that goes.
That's cool.
Kind of the overarching question I want to ask for all of these questions, or for all of these movies that we're watching. So obviously when we put these movies together, we wanted to pick movies that are close to us. So we wanted to make sure we were kind of going over our nostalgia of these movies. It's a very nostalgic time. What is your relationship with this movie? When did you first see it? How did you always think it was a Christmas movie? What are you thinking?
I don't remember the first time I saw it. It was probably realistically after high school.
Yeah.
Probably I was in, but before I was 20, probably, realistically.
I feel you.
I definitely saw the other two in turn.
Yeah.
So I definitely saw. I think I saw I don't remember what year. What year did the first one come out? Do you remember?
99.
Yeah, I saw the first one in high school for sure.
Yeah.
With Anthony. Anthony was probably the one that introduced me to those movies realistically, because I
Gotcha.
know he introduced me to anything like that. He introduced me to the Boondocks. He introduced me to any really funny comedy that was more an adult comedy.
Yeah.
Anthony definitely introduced me to those things. He's got a great taste in movies and books and everything. So
For
it's
sure,
it's
dude.
good to have that, person like that.
Yeah.
I would say that also would remind me back then as a kid and being in my mom's basement, which is finished and awesome. So we would watch everything down there,
Yeah.
So that reminds me of that. It also it kind of reminds me of past friends,
Yeah.
relationships that I had, things like that. And it also I feel like those movies have a good way of capturing that time period for you. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
you. Yeah.
There's a lot of things about those movies that happened when we were kids. They had mostly CDs and things just random things. Just the jokes were different because
Yeah.
they were relevant back then, right? Things that if you saw a certain those movies now, some of those jokes would not be funny to you.
No.
If you didn't know, because back then it was hilarious.
Yeah.
That would probably be what I would think. I'm not I'm definitely not as attached to these as that movie as you would be, because I didn't watch that the first time either. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch it the first time. So, or I didn't watch that one first, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I would say I definitely have a more of an attachment to Friday,
For sure.
because I don't know how many times I've seen that movie, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Yeah. But yeah, so I would say that. What about you?
Well, I kind of already touched it at the beginning, but it's this is a Schultz family Christmas movie. We watch it, not as a family, we sit down oh, we're going to watch Friday After Next. It just comes up. We
just
always
happens
watch
to
it
be
every
on.
year. Yeah. It's just a very close Christmas movie to my heart, as are all the other ones that I put up for voting. So it's just, I don't feel like I fully had a Christmas unless I watch that movie. So
All the movies that you put up on your side, did
Yeah.
you watch with your family?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, none of them were like my own like Christmas. Like,
Oh, yeah, because you haven't seen... Never mind, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're about
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll continue. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just it's not Christmas unless we watch Friday After Next. You
Sure.
know? There's again a lot of movies like that.
Sure.
But that kind of brings us to like the next movie we're going to be going over. To kind of wrap up Friday After Next, great movie, great family values, really funny, great acting, just a lot of great silly scenarios that these people get themselves in. It's just really, it's a great movie.
It's well filmed. I mean,
Very
like,
well
it's,
filmed,
yeah,
just so
shot
well
by
written.
shot.
It's so funny.
It's entertaining. It's super
Very much
entertaining.
so.
And it's rowdy. It's cool.
It's the best.
Yeah,
It's a party
cool.
movie.
Yeah, it's good.
To kind of piggyback off that and to get to where we're going next week's movie. This was not the movie I chose. The movie I chose barely got headed out.
Yeah.
Next week, we had everyone voting between National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And with 59% of the vote, we are going to be talking about Christmas Vacation next week. So next
Hilarious.
Monday, we're going over Christmas Vacation. I've never seen this movie.
It's one of my favorite Christmas movies of
I'm
all
very
time.
excited to watch it with you.
Hilarious.
We're going to get back with that. But yeah, if there's any like nostalgic Christmas movies that you guys watch, anything like that, please, leave us comments, shoot us an email if you want to. I do check the email. Let us know, if there's anything else that you want us to talk about or even mention, just like Christmas wise. We're going to be doing these once. We're going to put out an episode every Monday for the next 5 Mondays. So this is Monday the 4th or 5th. Let me triple check my calendar because we're talking about the future. This is Monday the 4th. We're going to be doing the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, the 25th, and the 1st. So we'll be posting a week early to kind of show you guys what movie we're going over so y'all can watch it with us. Make sure we kind of see... we get to all watch together. It's going to be a great time. But yeah, this is our episode on Friday After Next. Any closing remarks, Chadwick?
No, I'm really looking forward to watching that movie with you because it's your first time.
I'm really excited too.
I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
Well, that's it then. It's the holiday season. It's Christmas time. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I'm excited.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, it's Dominic the Donkey. I don't know.
Good night, good morning, good afternoon.
Oh, we had to, And that's it. That's a wrap on Christmas episode 1. Boom!
Boom!
Should we shake? Let's shake. We have moist palms.